Morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Rowe. We are looking in geometry, part A. This is lesson 3, and we're looking at the distance formula. So let's get started. What is the distance formula? So we've looked at how to find distance with line segments previously. So now we're going to focus on the coordinate plane. So in the coordinate plane, the distance formula is a way to determine the length of the line segments. So if you have any 2 points, x1 and y1 and x2 and y2, you can find the distance between the points using the distance formula. And it's a little simple operation here. You're going to find the square root of the difference of the x's squared plus the difference of the y's squared. So we're going to take the x1 and the x2, subtract them and square. We're going to take the y's, subtract them and square. So that's the distance formula. So let's take a look at an example of how this works. So here is a line segment graphed on the coordinate plane. Now, if you remember what we said in the last screen, we said the distance formula, we had to know the coordinates for A and B. So we had to know x1, y1, and x2, y2. Well, A is at -8, 6. B is at -3, -2. So we've got our coordinates. So now we're going to apply the distance formula. So we're going to take the x's and subtract them. We're going to take the y's and subtract them. We're going to square each. So we have to substitute what we know. So x1 is -8, x2 is -3. Notice that I did not just put in -3. I put in -3. Those signs do matter. Same thing with minus -2. Those do matter. I'm going to simplify a little bit. You see those minus a negative becomes addition. Keep change rule. We've got -8 plus 3 squared. We also have 6 plus 2 minus a negative again. And so -8 plus 3 is -5. So we're going to square that. And then we've got 6 plus 2, which is 8. And we're going to square that. And -5 squared. -5 times -5 is positive 25. 8 times 8 is 64. 25 plus 64 gives us gives us 89. So the square root of 89. Now, unless you're asked to, that's a great answer. You can leave it just like that. But you can also look it up on your calculator. You can pull up your calculator. And you can find the square root of 89 in the calculator. Let me show you how to do it. Second, x squared. Then type in the number. And you'll see we'll get an approximate value for x squared. So that's how you apply the distance formula. Sometimes you're just going to be given the points. So here we're just given points. We're not given a graph. So this is actually easier. We just apply the distance formula. So we're going to substitute what we know. We know that the x's are 1 and -4. So 1 minus -4. 1 minus -4 right here. And we also have, we're going to square that. And then we have -7 minus 5. We're going to square that. So 1 minus -4, that turns into 1 plus 4. And when we do that, we get 1 plus 4, which is 5. So 5 squared. -7 minus 5, using our keep change rule, that gives us -12, which we're going to square. And so we'll end up with 5 squared, which is 25, plus -12 squared, which is 144. That gives us a square root of 169, which in this case happens to be a perfect square root. The square root of 169 is 13. So again, that's how you apply the distance formula. So it's just a simple substitution and then using your calculator and these steps to follow the orders of operations to simplify. And finally, let's look at a kind of a real world example here. We're going to use latitude and longitude values to estimate the distance from Columbia, South Carolina to Greenville, South Carolina. So let's take a look at what we got to know here. Well, what do we have to know? We have to know the latitude and longitude values for Columbia and Greenville. look these up using just a Google search. And so the coordinates for Columbia, South Carolina, 34.0007 degrees north by 81.0348 degrees west. Same thing for Greenville, got 34.8526 degrees north and 82.3940 degrees west. And so what else do we need to know? Well, we're asking for distance, not degrees. So you got to kind of know what a degree is in latitude and longitude. If you look that up, 1 degree is approximately 69 miles. It depends on where you're at on the globe, but it's about 69 miles. So what are we going to do? We're going to apply our distance formula. We're going to substitute these values in their entirety into the equation. So this would be x, this would be y. So 34.007 minus 34.8526. Actually, there's another zero there. I did it in my calculation, but I forgot to put it in there. So that's a little typo right there. And we've got 81.0348 minus 82.3940. That's our y values. And we're going to subtract those and square those. So these are the approximate values when you subtract and square. I did those separately using my calculator. So again, you got your calculator, you can pull it up and you can do that. And that gave me approximately 1.604106683. You don't need all those decimal places, but it's always a good idea to wait till the last step to round your answer. And so now to find the estimated distance, we have to multiply by 69. So we're going to take this value that we just got right here, multiply it by 69, and that gives us approximately 110.7 miles. Hey, that's not a bad estimate. When I looked up the distance, it said it was about 103 miles, so 110.7 miles. Not a bad estimate, just using the distance formula. So I hope this helps you with the distance formula as part of your lesson. If you struggle with this as you're working, please let me know in a teacher message. Make an appointment for a help session.